Today at the White House, President Biden signing the Respect for Marriage Act. It was proposed after the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade earlier this year. But a lot of people are still trying to understand what the bill does and does not do. Fox 5's Tom Fitzgerald at the White House tonight. Let's start with the why, Fitz. Why lawmakers thought it was important to pass this measure.
Well, Jim, you nailed it right there. It grew out of this concern of what happened earlier in the year when Roe v. Wade got overturned. That was something that a lot of people thought would not happen. It did. So as a result, something that rarely happens in this city happened. Democrats and Republicans joined together in a bipartisan move to pass the Respect for Marriage Act. Now, the U.S. Supreme Court, if it ever does reverse its landmark 2015 decision, which legalized same-sex marriage, under this new law, all states would have to recognize a legal marriage in another state, even if a state does not have a same-sex marriage law on the books itself. We should tell you, Fox 5 spoke to a lot of people here today and found widespread support for this bill.
The president is unilaterally doing something that jives with the will of the people.
If someone is able to enjoy their rights without interfering with other people, I think they should be afforded that opportunity.
In 4 years, I've seen a great amount of change given about this topic.
Now, there are some things that this bill will not do. For example, there are cutouts for religious observances. Religious groups will not be forced to hold a marriage ceremony for anyone who falls technically out of the rules of their faith. Now, Virginia Senator Mark Warner of Virginia signed on to this law in the Senate and says that in his view, same-sex marriage now enjoys wide support in this country and for that reason enjoys and should have wide protections. But some conservative analysts say they are concerned that this bill infringes on states' rights.
What it says is that a marriage that's legal in one state, another state has to recognize that marriage.
This was truly a waste of time for many of us who evaluated the bill. And more so than a waste of time, it does present some very concerning aspects on infringement of religious liberty.
The fact is, though, the public support for same-sex marriages has skyrocketed. In 2004, a Marist poll found only 42% support for same-sex marriage. That same poll now has gone up to 68%, Marita.